You are now watching DaCypha Show on Made for Kings TV.
Yeah, mic check 1 2 1 2. We are in the building. It's your favorite Friday night experience.
Dessert.
DaCypha Show. 11 years strong. And 10. This is our 11th year. Damn, 10 years.
What's up with this guy?
Eventually, he's going to get to 11 years. So technically, I'm kind of right.
There you go.
Technically, you're kind of wrong. But
Legacy
it's all right.
Star.
It's your favorite social media tough guy and fame chaser. This is the icon.
It's your boy Abu, the exceptional one, man.
Niggas
How was y'all
exceptional.
week, man?
It was all right.
Yes.
How was your week, Diz?
I can shit. I'm shitting solid this week.
All
so
solid.
there's peace to that. You know what I mean? Last week I missed the show. I missed you gentlemen because I had a little situation. I tried to fight, but that fever was real.
Food poisoning?
Yeah, I didn't want to come in here like that.
How
That was day 2. You know, the first, that actually not day, but that's the first, you get that wave, you guys get that fever up off of you. So that's what I did.
Good to have you back, man.
Hey, man, it's good to be
Good
back.
to see you.
fact.
You didn't die from bubonic plague or nothing.
Listen, I got mutant healing powers, nigga.
Okay.
That shit sat on me one day. It just,
lead the
I
next.
just, pissing out my ass for a couple of days, but it was cool. I'm here.
Good to have you back.
How
know what I'm
was it
saying?
hosting the show by yourself?
It was always, it's fun as always.
All for the course for this guy. You talk about how was it?
It was fun.
That nigga was
Mr.
like,
13.
yes.
We had some fun. It was a dope ass interview. Shouts to
Okay.
Thunny Brown and Stuck B.
Right.
Had a dope conversation with them, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Trying to actually put some things together. We was talking off air. You know what I'm saying? I hit up Stuck B. He's like, yeah, I ain't forget. I'm working on it. So we're going to see what's going to pop. It was dope, man. Dope interview. Check that on madeforkings.com. All the archives. Yo, I was watching a video today, and I was actually in it.
What video?
Unbeknownst to me. Shouts to Joe Pesci. I
Well,
was in one of his videos, and I didn't even know I was in the video.
What was you doing?
We were just, I was at,
shit.
oh shit.
We was
I was
in the
Nah, I was
'cause
at,
what had happened was
one night I went to Blackthorn, and I was chilling at the bar, and he came through, gave me a pound, and we was talking. Little did I know that whole shit was being filmed, recorded.
Shit.
So I'm looking,
That's
I was
dope.
like, hey, this looks kind of familiar.
we was in some B-roll.
I was like, oh shit, that's me.
We was in some B-roll.
It
Shout out
was
to
a
Joe
pretty nice
Pesci.
shot. Word. Shouts to Joe Pesci, man, for putting a nigga down, man.
It's
I
hard
like
working. It's a hard working gentleman.
that. Word, man.
Boom bap. Hip hop.
Yeah, man. So what was that we was talking about off air that you
We was
brought
talking about that evil white bitch that got away with basically murder. What's her name? Amber
Geiger.
Geiger.
Yeah.
Geiger knee. It was Sadat. Never mind. That was some Street Fighter just now.
Wow, his mind is.
Yeah, but nah, man. Like
So she was convicted of murder for killing the guy, and she only got 10 years, right?
10 joints.
Yeah, that's crazy though.
Well,
So hold on. What do y'all think is crazy about it?
I think she did that shit intentionally. Cause I just got off the wrong floor yesterday. And then I'm like, yo, the bricks don't look right.
Something
Then I'm
wrong
like,
here.
the light don't look right.
Shit is a little.
Yo.
And I kept on walking. I'm like, nah, tell me the doors don't look right. I'm on the wrong
I'm on the
floor.
wrong floor.
yo, I still want to know what the fuck happened.
So apparently
She was texting
the
someone.
door was ajar anyway.
He ain't
The
locked
whole
his
shit sound crazy. To
But
me.
no,
But how you was in fear for your safety from a
That's-
nigga
that's
eating
in
a
his
bowl
boxes.
of ice cream?
In his boxes.
What was going? You know what though? I gotta admit, if I was a little white bitch, I'd have been scared too.
I knew he was.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you why though. I'm gonna tell you why. The carbs in that ice cream is a fucking killer, my nigga.
Ba-dum-boom.
Got a point.
You understand?
I agree
You trying to
with you,
keep your figure together?
I agree with
Nigga
you,
got a
man.
bowl of ice cream on him.
She caught that. Yeah.
Oh my God. Shoot to kill, baby. You gotta go.
It's not adding up. I
Diabetes?
want to know the story.
She was so drunk. They was like that. They had to take that off the report so she could sober down.
Take what off the report?
That she was drunk and intoxicated and all that.
She wanted to fuck dude. He said no, so she popped him. But that ain't even, my thing is this. And it gets me. Like, we not supposed to, I really believe in keeping our shit in-house and having certain conversations amongst ourselves. We be fucking up, man. Yo,
Yeah,
we be fucking up, man.
When I
yo,
seen that clip of them doing all that extra crazy
this
shit, I
bitch
said,
want to
what
read
they
scripture.
doing, man?
How many motherfuckers you ever seen get convicted of murder? The judge gonna come down from behind the joint with a Bible, reading scripture and praying for him, and bailiffs is. Nigga, I done been
Rubbing
sentenced a
hand.
couple of times.
Bible.
Them niggas ain't never approached me on some, yo, bro, you gonna have to,
That's a fact, bro.
yo, you gonna have
show
to.
you no sympathy.
Get the fuck,
She
the
got
fuck
too
outta
much
here.
sympathy that day, man.
She rubbed the bitch hair. What we talking about? My
The-
Bible shit?
the-
This is who we at right now?
The brother hugging on her and all
Nigga
that.
begged to hug the bitch. Please.
What brother?
Dude's
the dude's
brother.
I don't understand.
Begged.
We
begged.
can forgive in-house, man. We can't be
Man,
exposing
fuck
that
all
shit,
that
man.
forgiveness shit, man.
Yo, they wildin'.
Niggas old, B.
We the
I'm not
only ones
forgiving
that
nothing.
do that.
Yo, that's
We
just
the
what I'm
only
talking
ones that
about.
do that.
Way too forgiving. And you know why, though?
And
That
forgetful.
fucking religion, nigga.
And forgetful.
It's that religion. They gave slaves that one book.
That Christianity.
Why? Because in that book it says to listen and obey your master, forgive thy neighbor, all that up, turn the other cheek, get beat up, and just let it go. Get the fuck out of here. You fucking kidding
Bible,
me, man?
son.
Yo, listen, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm good off all of that. I'm not turning the other cheek. I'm gonna get slapped in this cheek, then turn it and give you the other one to slap. You fucking crazy.
Yeah, man.
Slap me once, and if you don't get punched all in your lips, then God bless you. Motherfucker, you crazy?
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's
I didn't
just-
expect for, fair. I didn't expect for fair. Because you don't in them kind of situations. But like, come on now.
Yeah, on whose behalf?
Come on now,
His
like-
behalf or her behalf?
I didn't expect for him to get. I didn't expect, like, that's what I'm talking about. Like her,
I see a white bitch at my door. I'm gonna get scared too.
I thought she would have at least got a dub. Get a bitch a dub. Let make her wear a dub.
Well, didn't they say
Give her 25.
I think the jury picked the sentence.
Listen,
So
I
what the
get
hell's
it.
going on there?
and it was a minority. It was a bunch. It was a bunch. It was only like 2 white people on that jury.
It's like everybody, like all of them is brainwashed.
I think honestly, I think the Chinese person on that jury should be complaining because it was only one of them. Like, how am I the only Chinese man here? That's segregation. They was like, yo, we gonna discriminate. It's a Chinese person.
Oh man,
Somebody else looking at it as inclusion.
that's a good point.
That was deep. That was some deep shit. Just
Inclusion, son.
that. Oh shit, you did that. You
Hit
did
with
that.
inclusion.
Yo, what's up with your people, man?
Who? What?
We taking it uptown.
Why? What happened?
What's up with this stupid bitch in the Bronx, man?
What stupid bitch in the
Get the fuck. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Tiger chick.
The bitch that jumped in the lion enclosure.
From the Bronx though has been certified. Like,
She's from the B.
information.
She's
Somebody
from
really jumped in
DBX.
Realize where she from?
What
The
is she?
bitch is from the Bronx, my nigga. Right.
If I was from the
Let's-
Bronx, I wouldn't admit it till I see proof in front of my eyes.
What is she? What? She?
Y'all don't know about this shit. This
I
stupid
heard.
bitch.
She jumped over
She walked. She climbed over the fucking fence into the lion enclosure. Now the only reason why this bitch is still alive is because there was a gap. But a lot of people didn't peep that there's a gap. Like it's then a moat with a 14-foot drop in between where she was at and where the lion was at. But if you saw the fucking lion, the nigga thought he was on being punked or something. He looking around like, yo, y'all set me up. Yeah, the bitch was on Instagram. Like,
Oh, she was trying to get the ill flick.
oh no, the bitch was like, I want to. What she said? I want to get closer to him. I want to get closer.
What is she? What was
Dude
she?
was
Black,
like, yo,
Puerto Rican?
yes, man.
She was black?
We gotta do better.
Obviously,
And I honestly, I'm not gonna front. This might be fucked up to say. I was disappointed when the lion didn't eat the bitch.
well,
Because if anybody deserved it, it was her.
maybe obviously something mentally wrong
What
with
she
her.
did it for? The
That's what
grand?
people saying.
What they say though, like, you know,
People saying she was crazy.
no, but on the Breakfast Club, Charlamagne always say the craziest people come from Florida
In the Bronx.
In the Bronx.
and I'm from Florida.
Shit valid.
I believe that.
I believe
shit
the
is
Florida.
valid.
The same water. I think in the Bronx they get a certain water.
Yo,
the same shit that people in
My
Florida.
nigga,
I'm telling you,
I've been saying
crazy as shit.
I've been saying this shit for the longest. There's something wrong with the water in the Bronx. The shit is different. I can't vouch
I
for
can
Florida's
attest to
water,
that.
but the Bronx water, it gotta be off.
I could attest to that.
It gotta be, that shit gotta be pH. That shit gotta be off so crazy because, yo, man, like, it's like, why? How?
Well, I live in the Bronx. I drink the water. I don't.
You
really do
ain't
that.
from there, though, so stop.
Or what
Like,
about
you
Charlie
live-
Rock?
You live out there. See, his deficiency comes in the form of talent. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's just
His
different.
deficiency.
Yeah, like he has if he from the Bronx, there's something wrong with him. But the shit flow different. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Other people's shit is just different. They want to get on the train and act crazy. You know what I'm saying? Or they want to jump in the lion's enclosures. I wanted her to die so bad. Yo, I swear to God, the lion looked around mad times like, yo, the nigga was like, yo, hold on, y'all.
Am I really seeing this?
Yo,
right?
like, yeah, like, yo, is she really? Yo, I'm telling you, the nigga paused like mid stride, like, fuck this bitch. She in here
Gotta
for
see
real?
this.
Like, yo, y'all playing with me?
Did she get attacked?
Y'all playing? No, the nigga was
The
like,
gap was right there.
First of all, it was the gap, but he was looking like, wait a minute, man. Y'all fucking with me? Like, shit was nuts.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
a
you know,
fact.
Oh,
like the
wow.
lion
They
ain't
gonna shoot the
traumatized.
lion like he ain't do his job.
No, dude was chilling. Dude was chilling though. He really was looking at. The lion really looked confused. Dude was like,
Do I really want to do this?
yo, what's up with this bitch, man? Go watch the video. She was crazy. So we got the lion, we got the white bitch. Anything else that happened this week?
I was in the video. I was in the video.
You was in the video. I was in a couple of videos too.
What videos you went to?
Huh? No, I didn't go to them. I'm in a couple of videos. Shout out to Diz. They got some music out there. He in some videos. You know what I mean?
All right. So we here, man.
We got a couple of dope guests this evening.
Yeah.
Who we got tonight?
Who we got tonight, son?
That was done on purpose because I didn't appreciate that shit just now, man.
What?
Hold up, man. This shit crazy. That was the oop. Why you had to throw it back? This nigga fucked up the scoring opportunity. That's why I would never play ball with Legacy. Shit crazy,
That's
man.
kind of foul to say that, man.
It's not. It's not
Hey,
fair.
man, y'all been catching up on that impeachment shit. I think that shit's a waste of time. This guy is at the end of his presidency. You still trying to impeach him? Shit's a
may
waste
get-
of
If
time.
they trying to impeach him, it's because they think he gonna get another term.
He's probably gonna get elected again.
I think so too.
Who gonna beat him? I'm not
Put
running.
Obama back.
They should put Killer Mike in the mix.
Put that ass on fire.
Oh shit!
Killer Mike.
Why? I'll vote for Killer Mike.
Why would you vote for Killer Mike?
Why not? Fuck is you talking about?
He's successful.
Is he?
Yeah, he's self-made.
Oh, the mother. And he's highly intelligent. He talking that shit. He speaking that for us. You ain't watched Trigger Warning?
Who?
Trigger Warning.
Nah, he ain't
No,
watch
what's
that.
that?
Y'all niggas is crazy. See what I'm saying? This nigga talk all this shit. Go watch Trigger Warning, please, man. Go watch Trigger Warning.
What is trigger warning?
It's a show on Netflix with Killer Mike shit.
like
he
that.
made the fucking Bloods and Crips.
The Crip and Cola,
They made
Crip and
sodas,
Blood Cola.
Like he went, yo man, go watch, go
Cola?
listen.
Crip
all of y'all
Cola,
out
Blood
there,
Pop. That's
go
what
on
it's
Netflix, go watch Killer Mike Trigger Warning, man. And I'm hoping they bring that shit back for a second season. That shit is official.
You are now watching DaCypha Show on Made for Kings TV.
You know how it goes down. It's the Cypher Show, Made for Kings TV. We back from a break. We about to get into it one more again. Everyone's favorite part of the show.
Your
The
part of the show.
segments.
Okay.
Yes. So, for the weekly rundown today, my report, this story's kind of odd. It's very odd to me, very odd sounding. Again, this is another story that doesn't add up. As I was doing my investigative reporting, my research, I came across a story about former boxing great, some might say, Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya. He's actually being sued by someone who was his DJ / personal assistant / person who was trying to start some type of entertainment shit for him. Claims that the boxer forced him into compromising situations. So, as I was researching this, I'm trying to see what the compromising situations were. That's why I think there's more to the story that's going to come out later. Because basically all he said was that De La Hoya would call him up. Now, mind you, he worked for him for like 6 years or so. Would call him up in the middle of the night, intoxicated, and he would have to come get him out of quote-unquote life-threatening situations. But he doesn't really elaborate on what the life.
De La Hoya live on the wild side and shit.
Apparently,
He had on stockings in a dress not too long ago.
he says his conduct was immoral, unethical, oppressive, and unscrupulous.
That's vague, man. All that shit could mean is he was talking crazy to a bitch somewhere.
Um,
All of that could be construed as that.
yeah. So
outta here.
but
He's a bitch.
That's
That's a fact. I agree with you, bro. You supposed to hold that down.
Come on, man.
But he's suing him for emotional distress.
Right.
But for how much though?
Because he's a bitch.
Of course, they didn't disclose
Okay.
yet because it's still in
So-
the early stages.
Not to. Okay, but who sues for emotional distress? Bitches.
Wow.
Got it.
That's foul right there.
I'm sorry.
I think there's gonna be more that's gonna come
outta
out. I
here.
actually think he's trying to extort him because of the whole thing before with him wearing women's clothes or stockings or whatever.
De La Hoya?
Yeah, I don't know if he got.
De La Hoya was like dressing in drag and some shit. Him and Giuliani.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
So
Forgot about that. Yeah.
so
Is this
that,
your king?
so people are saying you worked for him for 6-7 years. Was it really that bad?
It wasn't.
Compromising situations, quote unquote. What
Nigga stayed
exactly
the whole time?
was that? Threatening, life threatening.
This is what I'm saying. That shit is so vague in general. Like, it's just language. Like, man, get out of here with that shit.
His feelings is hurt.
So the moral of the story is,
Do it by
and I
yourself.
wouldn't
Hey, I
even want to
think he
be.
asked De La Hoya for a raise, and the nigga said no.
Nah, you don't do shit,
So he
bitch.
pulling a stunt like this is some bullshit.
Fuck out of here. You're not worth a raise.
I mean, anything, especially now if you're a celebrity.
He might have called him a chump. That's the type of shit you do when you can't beat the person you mad at.
Called him a chump or a chimp.
Nah, like that. Like, I'm mad at you, so I'm gonna sue you. You put me in life-threatening situations. Get the
After 6 years.
He said he forced him to work over 12-hour days, and he was essentially on call at all hours.
Can you tell me what this is? His name? Is his name there?
Yes.
What's his? I don't.
His name is. He's actually a DJ on some radio show.
That's what DJs is doing out here now?
David Tattoo Gonzalez.
Uh-oh.
He was hired to.
We might have some inside info on my man Tattoo, yo. We gonna get to that after, like, behind the scenes.
But the moral of the story, especially for all y'all celebrities, you could get sued for anything right now.
Don't
For
sneeze
looking
in
at
my
somebody,
direction.
sneeze, emotional distress.
It's a bad time to be a celebrity out here.
It's a bad time to be out in public.
It's a bad time to be human.
Word.
I think this is the best time to be human right now.
Shit crazy.
It's crazy.
Word.
Not if you a regular human. Because they want you to be an irregular human and be all right with it.
It's a bunch of shit they done came up with that's coming out.
Can't
Ain't no more living where?
live and let live.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I should, food for thought, and then we'll move on. Do camera phones really help society? another
Nah,
question.
I think it's what we use it for.
Right.
Cause it was just made to take pictures and record whatever little fun shit you got
you
going
freaky, you can send the pic.
Nah, man.
Like, I mean,
Take
cock
dick.
shots.
Now,
on. You know what I mean,
Shit like
titty
that.
pics.
you're always on camera, potentially.
Put your thumb in the chick ass. Them shits was grainy from them Nextel phones, but I was fortunate enough to have a phone with a camera on it back then. A lot of niggas couldn't do that. I was in a strip club when you wasn't allowed to have cameras in them. Y'all niggas don't know nothing about that. Y'all new to that.
And that, my friends, is the weekly rundown.
Thank you for that, sir.
Good evening, everyone. It's Friday. That means that it's time for This Is Fun Facts on DaCypha Show.
Facts.
Sponsored by Made for Kings TV, Paper 808 Publishing,
Okay.
and 131st Clothing. Y'all see the shirt? Go get yours. 131st.com. They're all over the place.
So you have a little
Ribbon.
Yeah, man. Cancer, breast cancer awareness. I lost a friend not too long ago. Shout out to my homegirl, LaShawn. And I'm just rapping.
all right.
I'm just rapping. Showing my love, my support for them folks. Cancer's a bitch. I wish it was like a physical person that you could put hands on. Cause Jesus, man. But yeah, man. Move forward. Can I go? Fact number 1.
Mm-hmm.
The Nazis
Okay.
were the first group in the modern era to start an anti-smoking campaign.
You know, they were first for a whole bunch of shit they don't get credit for.
Oh, shit.
Nah, that's a fact.
What else we not crediting the Nazis for that they didn't need any credit for?
BMWs, highways,
BMWs.
all that shit come out of
Wait. Hold
come
on.
out of there
Hold on.
Come out of there.
Hold on. Wait. I'm glad you didn't say the swastika because that's some African shit that they stole.
Yeah, exactly. That's some Ethiopian shit right there, to be exact.
You know what I mean? So we not gonna go there. But I didn't know.
BMWs.
Niggas said BMWs. What else?
Highways.
We giving the Nazis credit for highways?
Fact.
Oh
That
shit.
shit come out of that. It come out of their era.
Highway.
We took that shit and ran with it.
So hold on, y'all. That's not part of the fact segment. I did not research that information. Do
Hey, the
not take
atomic
that as
bomb.
my word.
The atomic bomb.
Listen,
All these little fighter planes that we be
Listen.
sending to throw bombs on
he's
people
going to give y'all that
overseas.
shit
All
on Tech
come out of
News.
there.
It's the Tech News. He gonna give y'all that or the Tech News.
My bad. I interrupted.
No, it's cool. No, it's cool. It's a family event.
That's a fact.
That is a fact. Boom. That's a gratuitous fact. Fact number 2. Y'all ready for this one?
What you got?
If you dissolve Viagra in water, your flowers will stay erect.
Of course.
Keyword for a week longer than they would
Say word.
normally. This is a fact.
Nah, say
This
word.
is a fact.
That's dope.
Go get some.
I don't believe that
This
shit.
is a fact, man. So all y'all niggas out there that's rocking with the blue pill, dissolve a little bit of that, salt bay that shit in some water, you know, with your flowers when you give it to your shorty, and you know they'll last longer.
That's a fact.
Fact number 3, because this is a hip hop show. Fact, your man J. Cole graduated from St. John's University out in Queens about 2009. But he did not receive his degree until 2015.
Wow.
He dropped out that shit.
No. Overdue library book.
You lying.
It's a fact.
So they don't give you your what is a degree if you got outstanding library fees and shit.
Yeah,
so you pay thousands of dollars and they not gonna let you go.
They want they
for
chippers.
like $20.
Listen, them niggas. Oh, listen. I had credits that I didn't get because I didn't pay full for the semester fully. Niggas is withholding credits. Y'all can keep them shits. Fuck y'all. Monroe. And those are the facts. This is the fun facts on Friday. I'm out of here.
Yo, it's your boy Abu with the tech news. So EA just leaked personal data of millions of people after they just signed on for their new FIFA online accounts that they just created and shit. Yeah, man.
For the people that don't know, you can tell them what EA is?
Yeah, it's electronic. What is it? Damn.
Electronic Arts.
That's what it is. EA Sports, motherfucker. All right. It's in the game. You know what it is. I'm pretty sure you don't bought this or bought online copies of the game and shit. So a lot of people are pissed off about that shit. And you know soccer is one of the biggest sports in the world.
So what type of information did they release?
Everything. Cell phone numbers, email accounts, passwords, everything. Nigga, everything.
Where was it released?
Online. So once you logged in and subscribed to one of their accounts and shit for the FIFA Sports joint, it just somebody else was be logging in and they'll see all your information.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So that's a free hack right there.
Can you still do it?
Nah, they took it down to try to figure out what happened. Damn. Yeah.
This nigga's foul.
I'm saying. I'm just want to see.
Yeah.
For what?
So that shit is just foul though, man.
Wow.
Legacy's foul.
Look, what would you do with all that information, Legacy? This look like you was scheming something right there.
No.
This nigga mad ready.
What I mean, just in general, what I've heard, you know, of course, stealing identity, getting loans,
Buy a house,
that type of stuff.
get a car.
Well, no, not that. But I don't want to get too much into it. That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
I know nothing of what this man is talking about.
I mean, that's common knowledge. That's
Is
identity
it?
theft.
Oh my God, really?
That's what happens.
Oh shit.
That's what I've heard.
I'd like to
plead
hear
the
some more
fifth.
tech news personally.
Sure. Let's
Moving
get it.
on, other tech news. It's this paralyzed man who's been paralyzed for about 15 years. He's French. Last name is Thibault. About 30 years old.
What's his last name?
Thibault.
Thibault?
Thibault.
Thibault. Okay.
Thibault.
All right. He's
say
paralyzed.
He's French.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And he's been able to move by a mind-reading exoskeleton. So they've developed it in the lab. It's not out for the public to actually have that shit, but he's been in the lab training with it, and it's basically he's been able to move for the first time in 15 years, and it's all through mind control.
Is he hooked up to shit?
Yeah, he is. It's
So he
still got
it's
a lot of
neurosensors.
neurosensors to the
And he-
exoskeleton. So he was in the lab doing a whole lot
Skynet,
of.
That bothers you?
Skynet, nigga. We going down.
That's for real. Yo, I thought the same shit when I was reading this
This
shit.
gonna be a T-1000 out here in 2 seconds, man. About
Nah, but isn't so? What is the exoskeleton?
So the
Is it a body?
It's
something that they put over him, and then it moves.
It's an
because of his-
exterior. It's a suit.
Avatar,
Right.
nigga.
Yeah,
It's a robotic suit that helps you move.
So-
It makes you a superhuman, depending
dope.
on what you're using it for.
T-1000, B. They rebuilt
other
that
words-
nigga. Made him stronger.
nah, I feel you.
So he's been able to move for the first time
Drop
in
it.
15 years.
That's dope.
Yeah. And they still got a lot of finishing touches to add to it, but just look out for that soon.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, there's so much that could go wrong with that.
You see they using robots to do stunts and shit.
They
Yeah.
using that
Fucking
shit, yeah.
Disney and all that, man. Niggas is doing flips and swinging on shit.
It's over.
They taking jobs, man.
They taking jobs, man.
You
That
niggas
shit for
is
real.
Job.
AI is real. And ladies and gentlemen, that's your tech news for tonight with your boy Abu, with my co-host right here, Legacy Star and Diz the Icon, and that's your segments.
Yeah, man. So we'll be right back. We're gonna take a little refreshment break. Come back with the guests in the building. We got super producer extraordinaire. What's his name, son?
That's Charlie Rock, man. Niggas trying to play me. I knew who they was last time.
We got a super dope artist extraordinaire who's in the building with us.
Yes, sir.
It's
What's
Nino
his name?
Valdez, B. And I
What
knew
you
that
said?
before as well.
So yeah, we'll be right back after a few words from our sponsors.
You are now watching DaCypha Show on Made for Kings TV.
Yes, yes. 1 2 1 2. We are back in the building. DaCypha Show, motherfucking Made for Kings TV.
Right.
Yo, man, we could have a show strictly just off of behind the scenes conversations. I just want everyone to know Diz eats raw food, raw meat. He doesn't cook his meat; he eats it raw. That's why
I
he
give
has
my
that.
meat to the ladies
That's
raw
why he has-
sometimes on occasion.
He's trying to throw you
Depending
off right
on-
now. He
you
eats
know.
raw beef,
I do not.
steak,
That's crazy.
pork.
Yo, this thing is
He
wild.
eats it all raw. That's why he has stomach issues, and he wants to blame it on food
First of all-
poisoning. But anyway,
I don't have stomach issues, and
digress.
I've only had food poisoning twice in my life.
who has food poisoning twice?
Motherfuckers that eat from the fucking hood.
They eat
Stores.
raw chicken.
Whatever.
But anyway,
Kill yourself.
we are in the building
Right.
with an artist that I gotta say he's a pretty cool guy.
Yeah.
He's pretty funny, nice personality. Seems
Been
like
here a
he's
few
humble.
times.
This nigga sound like he on J-Date.
Yo, change of heart and shit. Going on the first date with Nino Valdes.
Right. Like, yo, this nigga wild.
Shit.
He's got a great personality. He treats his mother well. Like, yo, this nigga's wild. Oh, man.
It's crazy.
That's some funny shit, man.
Appreciate the love, though,
I'm
man.
just
I
trying
appreciate-
to.
Nah, it's all love, man. I appreciate it, man. 1,000, man. Love is love, baby.
He's gotta turn it into something crazy, man. Damn.
Cypher, baby.
Whoa. Wow. Anyway, yes, the man Nino Valdes is in the building.
What's
Yes,
happening,
sir.
people? What's happening?
Straight out of where? Where you from, son?
Dade County, man. 305, Miami.
Dade County.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
What brings you to New York City, man?
Man, I've been here for 6 years, brother.
Okay.
I had to kind of change it up.
Mm.
So I just moved. I moved out here in 2013, and I've been here ever since, man. Fell
It's-
in love with the city.
It seemed like everybody that live in Florida, when they want to get out, they just come to New York.
Really. I've had people tell me the opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
it's
just
vice
about to
versa,
say.
yeah.
Yeah, I had people tell me, like, everybody I tell I moved to New York in 2013. They're like, why would you come here? Like, you had everything out there, the nice weather, the women. I just wanted something different, man. But you know what's crazy? I was always coming to Brooklyn before. You know, I have a lot of friends and family out here. So since a youngin', I've been coming to New York. And I just wanted to change it up, man. And it's been amazing.
What's the one of the things that you like most about New York that you don't get down south?
Well, I can't necessarily say diversity because Miami's a very diverse city. It's diverse, but at the same time, I feel like what I like about New York is everybody has to learn how to deal with each other. Because on one block it might be this, and another block it might be that. Right. A neighborhood it might be this. You go to Manhattan, you see everybody. Everybody has to learn how to deal with each other in the city, especially Brooklyn. And that's what I like about it. Miami is a city has their different neighborhoods. In those neighborhoods, yeah, there's a mix here and there, but it's there's a predominantly American area. And then the neighborhood I grew up in is Hispanic, Black, Caribbean. It's all mixed up, but it's one of the few. And then like other neighborhoods like Little Havana, it's mostly Hispanic, or Little Caribbean neighborhoods, Little Haiti. Right. You know, so I like the fact that out here in New York, everything's just mixed up in a sense where everybody learns how to interact with each other.
Okay. A little switch up. That's like Abu said, a lot of people do the reverse and go down there. Me personally, it's nice because I got family who live down there. Okay. It's nice to visit. It's too hot for me.
What part they live in?
Fort Lauderdale.
Okay. South Florida. Yeah. Shouts to Fort Lauderdale, Broward County. Shouts to y'all.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We're all over there. But anyway, it's not about me right now. It's about the man right chill. So damn.
That's crazy.
It's the Bacardi.
That's crazy.
My brother.
This nigga crazy.
How long have you been doing music?
I've been doing music for, I would say, a good 10 years.
Okay.
Yeah, man, but good 10 years.
So you must have...
Matter of fact, let me rewind. Because you asked that question. I've been rapping for like 10 years, but before that, I'm a musician. I was a musician before. I used to play an instrument. I used to play trumpet. I know how to read music and all that. I did that before.
Okay.
You still fuck with the trumpet?
Man, I haven't fucked with that shit in years, bro.
And
I was good.
Can you still do it?
I can still do it, but it sound like shit.
That's the one with the sliding shit?
No, that's the trombone. Okay. The trumpet is the shit with the little things.
With the buttons on.
Right. Yeah, the Louis Armstrong joint. I was good, man.
And
like,
you said you was reading music.
I know how to read. That's something you don't forget, man. You know how to forget. You could not read a book for 10 years.
Bike, yeah.
You know, riding a bike, but you still know how to read it.
So when you heard this dude name was Wyclef, you was like, that's cute.
I never thought that, man, because you know, like I listened to Wyclef since a youngin', man.
Yeah, but his name is Wyclef, and I'm like, really?
I guess I never really
music
thought.
Note,
but I never a clef is like it's like the a clef is it's hard to explain. So when you're reading music, there's like bass clef and there's treble clef. It's like different clefs, right? So that's like based off the instrument that you're playing. And it goes on the far left side. So it's like saying like this, like, okay, you're gonna read this line, and in the beginning of the line, it's like has a Chinese symbol, so you know it's in Chinese. Or something that has something that says English, and you know it's in English. So that's what a clef is. Yeah, I never really thought about that.
Yeah. Now that was the first. So it was crazy.
That's pretty dope, though.
The first thing I thought when I heard the nigga name was like, oh shit, the music note. Like,
so you know how to read music too?
No,
I never thought about it.
So you just know what
I
you're
just read at a college level in elementary school, but that's another story.
Used to play what's that, the recorder and shit. They got the kids playing the recorders now.
They never gave me one, and I'm glad because I think
that's the new. This the new generation. They
make them. Do they still get them shits out? They don't get them shits out no more.
Nah, you gotta buy them. My kids had to buy the recorders, but they teach them. Yeah, in elementary, they teaching the recorders and all that. You know, the schools ain't like they used to be. They trying to take PE out them shits and all that.
They taking everything out of man. Because it's gender bias. It's gender specific, excuse me.
What, for PE?
Jokes. I was just playing. Right. That might be the wave, though, for real.
Because that sound like it's coming soon.
Right. Two-hand touch is way too rough. Fuck out of here.
Brother, they don't even have, like, some of the schools don't even have gym teachers no more.
Right.
Nah, you can't call them gym. Like, go run around in a circle kind of thing.
People get, they had it the way motherfuckers getting mad because they was calling it gym class. Like, the politically correct term for it is physical education.
Right.
You can't call it gym no more.
Right.
Nigga, they called it gym because it took place in a gymnasium.
That's a fact.
The fuck is wrong with people are fucking crazy. I'm sorry, man.
I mean,
shout out.
My man,
So we was behind the scenes talking about Bills. So what type of music have y'all collaborated on?
Me and Bills, man.
Let the people know who Bills is.
Shouts to Billions. That's my brother right there. From over there in Bed-Stuy from Chauncey. Shouts to the Jockey Robs and all them boys over there. Them boys embraced me for years, man. I've known Bills over 10 years. I don't even know how long I've known this. Probably like 12, 13 years I know Bills. And we've collaborated on several tracks. Bills is an amazing artist, man. Shouts to him, man. Real.
How would you best describe your sound?
I do. It's funny. I don't sit here and box myself into something. So
Right.
you know, some artists they'll say, oh, they're this and that. It's crazy because I can do music that's commercial. I can do conscious hip hop. I can do Latin type of music. I don't necessarily box myself into a particular genre, but I like to do music that people can grow with and enjoy.
When you was coming up in Florida in particular, what was some of the music that you were into?
Well, it's crazy. So growing up, I listened to a lot of reggae. My family's from Panama, so you know, dance hall is very fluent out there in Panama. As well as salsa music. In Miami, hip hop, Two Live Crew. Everybody listen to that Trick Daddy. Shouts to Pitbull. New York was always relevant anywhere you go throughout the United States. So I would listen to a lot of Jay-Z. I'm a music head, man. I listen to everything, brother. Anything that's something that I could feel like I could grow from, I listen to.
Whose album have you been listening to lately?
Hey, man, that's a good question. Ross's new album's fire.
Yeah, we was talking about that
That
not
shit is
too
fire.
long ago.
He didn't like it too much.
I didn't like it too much. I felt like his pen was nice, but like the beats could have been better. I felt like he went the Nas route. Like they got so much to say, but like the beats just was trash.
I mean, listen, man. You can't please everybody, brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I could come out with an album that's amazing to 30, 40% of the people that listen to it. And those are going to be my fluid fans that are coming to every show, and that's good. You see what I'm saying? So it just depends on your taste of music and what you like.
When you're sitting down to put together a project, are you looking to target a specific audience or just putting it out for whoever?
That's a good question. So when I drop music, especially some of the conscious music that I drop, I try to touch everybody. I don't care if you're a gangster. I don't care if you're a school teacher. I don't care if you're a nerd. I don't care if you're a lawyer. I don't care if you're black, white, Chinese, or whatever. I try to make life music that people can enjoy and grow from.
Right. And what have you seen people gravitating to?
In regards to my music,
Yeah, most.
it's crazy. You know, like I said, sonically, man, people's ears tend to gravitate towards like the 808 sounds nowadays.
Right.
But when you do drop something a little bit different that has some knowledge in there, people enjoy that as well. Something that everybody can relate to. If you sit here and drop, like I have a song called Back to You, and it's just talking about just turbulent times that I had with my significant other over the years, kids, family, all kinds of shit that you deal with during a relationship. I got a great response from that. And I think that's because that's something that anybody and everybody can relate to, no matter how poor you are, rich, or what color you are, or whatever. It's something that just people just go through. Right. In general.
Life experience.
Right.
So, being that you're from Miami originally, what was the temperature like when Ross and Trick had date issue? I'm curious.
Trick, man, listen, the temperature always the same for Trick Daddy, man.
Right.
Trick Daddy don't give a motherfucker. Shouts to Trick, Dade County Mayor. Fuck with Trick Daddy, man. Trick Daddy don't give a motherfucker about no nothing. Don't give a fuck about nan, bro.
Right.
Like he say.
But what was the vibe like in the city? Because I know from the outside looking in that Trick, he had it before Ross.
Trick, man. Let me tell you something, man. When you have those kind of situations where there's conflict, or I wouldn't even say conflict, it's just drama, I guess.
It's just in-house drama.
People love that, man.
Yeah.
People love those kind of situations where, oh my God, what's he about to drop? Or what's he about to drop? Or what's going on here? It's like reality TV. People love that shit, man. It's entertainment.
Yeah.
So people, the city was on fire. People talking shit on the radios, and that was years ago. That wasn't recently. Yeah.
So who's viewed as, or are they viewed like differently, like one's on top and one is lesser than the other?
You mean in regards to the big artists that have came out of Miami?
No, I mean in particular those two. Like is
Who won?
yeah, I guess you could say that.
Nobody really won that shit. I mean, listen, man, when you're dealing with New York rappers, like they're going and like Philly rappers and shit, I guess they're like sitting there throwing them things back and forth. I don't think that was really that with Trick and Ross, man. I think they was just talking a lot of shit. And Ross was worried about a check more than anything. I think he had a lot of things going on during those times, as did Trick. It just kind of fizzled out, man. I don't think anybody said that they won or lost. I think the city won when they squashed the shit and everything was love. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
Is Trina married?
Fuck if I know. Look at that shit on Wiki.
You know what's crazy?
Google that
Yo,
shit.
when he said it, I'm like, hold on.
Listen, man, let me tell you something about my man. Shouts
Yo.
to Trina. I got a lot of respect for Trina. You know, Trina was one of the females in the
was a
late
joke,
90s,
nigga.
early 2000s, not solely put on for Miami, but all female MCs, you know. She came after Kim and she did an amazing job in everything that she did. Man, listen, Trina is beautiful. She does a thing, but I don't know, man. She just live a life, brother.
It was a joke, man. It was a joke.
No, I get it. Google it.
So, I know you said you had family up here, and you've been coming back and forth since you was a kid.
Yeah.
But moving from Miami to like be in New York permanently, what was it a big adjustment?
It was huge, man.
Let's
You know,
talk a little bit about that.
I have dogs over a lot of homies out here, but it's just an adjustment, man. You don't have the support system that you have. Like if you guys move to Florida, you can have your aunts, your cousins, or whatever, and they can be in their business and show you love, but it's not the same where you from.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? People you grew up with in your neighborhood, you know everybody, you know where everything's at. That was the biggest adjustment for me.
You don't see, you think we move different out here though? Like as far as how folk move.
I mean, obviously, yeah. New York, and anywhere you go, man, throughout any in the world, people are gonna move differently than where you're from.
Right.
See what I'm saying? But I mean, it's not like they move. I don't feel like in New York people move in a distinctive manner where it's like grimy or bad or. I just think people just move the way they move, man. It just depends on the individuals you're dealing with.
Got you.
Yeah. But it's a lot of love in New York, though, man. A lot of love.
People don't know that though.
A lot of love.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
we get a bad rep
But we got
for
it.
being.
Let me keep it real simple for you. It's a simple, like, all right, like my cousin Rolo, rest in peace, man. He's from Crown Heights on St. John's, right? Over there, St. John's, Utica area. And like little things that I would see, like there's so much love for like people that grew up in the building. Like, you know the mom, auntie that live over here might not be your family aunt, but it's like love aunt. You know what I'm saying? Come in the building, open the door for her, help her upstairs with her groceries, things like that. Or you got your shorties playing outside, somebody's watching your kids, making sure they straight, making sure the kids from 2 blocks down ain't stealing their shit, their little toys and shit. Like little simple things like that. I mean, it's a big. What I love about New York is the feeling of neighborhoods out here. You know, people tend to look out for each other on their blocks for the most part. I guess depending on what kind of engagements you in.
We really, really loved it back in the day though.
Yeah,
Cause a lot of that shit is it's missing.
yeah.
It's not as pronounced as it was back then.
Well, I've seen it over the last 10 years.
Yeah.
I've seen the decline, but
Yeah,
like you said, you from here, you would know better than me.
Yeah, nah, it
With the Miami music scene and everything, do you think it's hard for artists to, being that you come out of Miami and everything, do you think it's hard for artists to come out of Florida?
That are living in Florida?
Yeah, that live in Florida.
Yeah, a lot of people say Miami's like a crab bucket, man. Like every time you trying to come out the bucket, man, somebody trying to pull you down. I mean, there's so much talent in South Florida. And I'm not just saying that because I'm from there. It's just a diverse area. You have all different kinds of sounds and all different kinds of talents that come out of there. I mean, it is what it is. I guess people in every city that aren't, I guess, in the position that they want to be may say things like that, but you got to make your way wherever you at, player.
right.
That's what it is.
So
Ain't where you at is where you from, long as you represent.
Yeah.
So as far as the music that's out now or something that you're working on right now, what you giving to the people? What can they expect to hear?
So I just dropped a record with my brothers. The name is Los Racas. They're from Oakland, and it's something different for the people, right? So it's like it has like kind of a trap beat too, which people don't necessarily hear very much. I do a lot of hip hop concerts like in the genre where you can put like J. Cole or Kendrick. Okay. So this song is more like it has the 808 drops in it. It's a lot different. And with this song, it's a bilingual song. So these guys, Los Racas, they sing in Spanish.
Okay.
I sing in both, but in the song I'm singing in English.
Okay.
And that's what I mainly focus on.
Right.
So it's something different for the people. I think it's something great that people can
How'd you
enjoy.
end up collabing with this group?
I've known them for years, man. Los Racas, many people don't know, Los Racas have been Grammy nominated. I mean, they're amazing artists, so shout to them. Those are my brothers. But those are my brothers for like, I've known them for damn near as long as
out of
Oakland, California, and Panama, by ways of Panama. They're Panamanian artists too. I've known them, I would say, shit, damn near as long as I knew Bills. 12, 13 years going on. Yeah.
So what's the I guess the Latin hip hop scene like?
Man, listen, I don't fell back from. I used to do a lot of Spanish music too, but I feel like my bread and butter is in English. Right. It's crazy. It's changed so much, and it's been accepted by American culture now, like in the mainstream. They have like the Latin trap shit, and they got different artists like Anuel. If you don't listen to it, there's an artist named Anuel was huge, right? And other major artists. But it's, I mean, I even heard this guy on Meek Mill's album. You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy. Like it reminds me of that time when like Nori was doing all that shit with Daddy Yankee times like a million because of what they did it and then like people acknowledged it, but it's not like now like you on. Yeah, it's like everywhere.
They just
you
laid
know?
the foundation.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Because now that you mention it, and I'm thinking about it. Tego will be considered an old school artist.
Tego was the man though, man.
Of course, but he's like old as far as that situation is concerned.
Yeah, he OG now.
Right. And that's crazy to even think about and he was that guy. They was in movies and all that at that point.
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
Yeah, man.
So hip hop is a motherfucker, man.
Yo, man. Hip hop, what?
They say it's a young man's sport. That's what they say it is, man. I don't
how
believe
you
that
feel
so
about
much.
that?
I mean, I feel like good music never dies, so it is what it is. You know, people can come out with amazing
music. But the
music.
young gotta carry it, man.
I think hip hop. I think commercial hip hop is kind of merged with pop now. So I think that's why people have that perspective on it. Jay-Z dropped 444, and that shit was classic in my opinion. I'm a huge Hov fan. And he's almost 50. He's pushing 50 now, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know. So,
but do you think an artist can come out that's pushing 50
as a new artist?
As a new artist,
I think it's very difficult. Yeah, it's very difficult.
What if the person's a songwriter instead of the actual performer?
I mean, of course they could get away with that. You know, my whole thing is, my perspective is that it can happen. That lane hasn't been explored yet.
Right.
And hip hop is relatively still kind of young, 40 some odd years old. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So we're still growing, I think. So, you know, who knows what's gonna happen? But I agree it's very hard to do that. But that's a lane that's kind of unexplored. So
well, it tends to matter the type of lane that you're trying to do, because like hip hop is something that we just categorize, but there's so many different types of hip hop.
Right, yeah.
Right.
So if you're genres,
if you're trying to do the 808 Migos Future type shit, you know, like the Baby type shit, and you're like 35, like
it's
not saying it ain't gonna work for you.
Yeah,
depends how you look in your image and your music side.
Right.
It's just, you know, I feel like in music this music shit is crazy, brother. You know, there's no guaranteed recipe to success in anything. Shit just sometimes happen.
Right.
Look at Titty Boy, man. You know what I'm saying? 2 Chainz.
Mm-hmm.
He was grinding on a whole nother level of shit, and then he was like 35 and he popped off.
Yeah,
and he's still coming out with amazing music.
Yeah.
He's probably in his 40s now.
Real quick.
So I think it's doable.
I just want to real quick speak on the illest rebranding I have ever seen in my fucking life.
That's
man.
a fact.
Shout out to the nigga Hitmaker. No.
Yeah, him too.
Yo.
Yeah, we forget about him.
Forget about him. He killed himself and then
rebranded.
Came back and is the nigga right now.
Hit maker.
Talking about what's his name?
Young
Berg.
Berg.
Young Berg. Yeah, man.
Illest rebranding
He's amazing.
ever.
He's an amazing producer, man.
Illest rebranding. Was he the president or vice president?
Vice president of Atlantic.
Was that Atlantic?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Remember when Young Berg was getting
This nigga
smacked?
listen, he had everything going left. Like,
I'm like, damn,
Everything
again,
like
this
this
nigga
guy.
gets smacked?
TV probably made the nigga look like that though, man. Everybody
If
started
you getting
testing him.
smacked,
he
you
was
getting
doing all of
smacked.
that. But
And I think he had a bad attitude too.
he said, yo, listen, shout out to Hitmaker, man. It's like,
You could do it.
Comeback right there.
He
the
chasing them
century.
checks to the bank, man.
Yeah, that's it.
So where do you see your music going in the next 2 to 5 years?
My thing is, you know, I don't want to give you this generic response. Like, oh, I'm gonna blow up, whatever. Like my music, it would be amazing if it blew up. But I feel like as long as I have people listening to it, that's all that matters to me, man. You know, I use this as an art craft, and I continue to build. I want people to learn from my music. I want people to grow with it and enjoy it. If my music is playing 20 years from now in somebody's telephone or whatever they're gonna use 20 years from now, I think that's success to me. You know what I'm saying? So it all depends on perspective.
I personally
Yeah.
want to hear a track of yours where you get in there and play the fucking trumpet.
People is definitely not gonna hear that shit because I fucking. Let me
I
tell you,
think that should be one of the illest things ever.
It would
my
be
nigga.
amazing if I was still good. But see, I had tried playing
Go
that
pick
shit.
it up.
But listen, I tried to play that shit like 8 months ago, and bruh, it's horrible.
I'm gonna
It's
tell
not
you
like
what you
it's
do.
horrible.
I'm gonna tell you. We're gonna talk about
Practice.
it.
But I gotta practice it.
Crazy
That's something I
producer.
think
we got a crazy producer in the building right,
Right,
now. We're gonna
right.
talk about it after. I got.
You know what the
telling you this
craziest
shit
shit
crazy,
is?
son.
My brother, you know what the
All you
crazy?
need to do is catch a chord.
No, I think that's a great idea though. You know, I'm not even shooting that down. But you know what was crazy is that when I used to play trumpet, I was one of the best in the city.
Saying?
And then I was like, you know, but I was like, it's like middle school time. So you like sitting here exploring what you want. You know, you're going through
music though.
But like as a young adolescent, when you're in that age, you know, you're just a lot of exploring, a lot of self-exploring of what you want to do. And at
You
that
also
time, it
need
was
the
like the
right
streets, and I
guidance,
wasn't doing.
yeah.
I was doing a lot of stupid shit, and I was just like, "Fuck this!" And they kicked me out of this shit because I never went to the practice shit. But I was the best person.
You could do it.
But
That
I
means
think
practice.
I think that's a great idea, though,
Nigga,
man.
listen.
We're gonna talk about that
We gonna-
off.
So where
air.
can they find your music?
My music is all over Apple Music, any streaming platform, SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. It's everywhere.
And where can they find you online?
Nino Valdes, my Instagram, Valdez with a S, NinoValdes. Twitter's the same. Not on Twitter. I don't be really active on there. I'm gonna keep it 100. Instagram is the best place to check me.
That's it.
Performances coming up.
Yeah, I have a performance next month in Florida.
Okay.
Follow him and you'll find out all the details.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, fuckers.
Follow the gram.
Word up. That's
Nino
how it goes
Valdes,
down.
bitch.
The Cypher Show.
Thank you for having me, brothers.
Thank you for being here, son.
Yeah, man.
We'll be back. Charlie Rock. Charlie Rock, TID, Charlie Rock, TID.
You are now watching DaCypha Show on Made for Kings TV.
He has to adjust his microphone.
Yeah.
Talking shit, champ.
Back in the building, the Cypher Show. That's how it goes down, man. You know, I'm gonna do it over again. I didn't like that piece. Stop looking at me, man. Are you too close, B?
I'm in the same
sit
spot
over
that
there.
I've been in the whole night.
It's too
I'm
close.
too close.
We are
Jesus, man, this guy.
we're back in the building, the Cypher Show. Made for Kings TV. You know what I'm saying? Shouts to Nino Valdes.
Word.
We got
Dope interview.
word, son.
Yeah, don't sound so enthused about it.
Don't touch me, son.
Right.
Super producer extraordinaire in the building with us. You know him. He's been here plenty of times. He was actually with us for our final show at the other Spizot before we moved to the new Spizot. You know what I'm
Definitely a friend
saying?
of the show.
You know what I mean? Man, Charlie Rock.
You.
Charlie Rock.
Welcome, brother.
TID.
I mean, here color coordinated with the mic and shit. I appreciate it.
Right.
We did that on purpose, yo.
Right.
Yeah.
Some of us got to do that.
I want to say shout out to Diz who eats raw turkey bacon.
Yo, listen.
My God.
Yo, every now and again, like, I'm not going, but it ain't raw though. It's fully cooked. It just ain't warm.
Hot dog water on the rocks.
You know what I'm saying?
My God.
Yo, he said he eats that stuff raw, B.
Listen, man, y'all out there like it ain't raw though. It's not raw.
Yo, he eats raw
It's
hamburger meat.
It's fully cooked.
He eats raw hamburger meat.
I'm a fucking savage.
Yeah, that.
Charlie Rock, though.
Your girl ain't cooked when I eat her neither.
Bars. Okay. He just threw that out of nowhere.
I'm just saying.
Bars. All right.
Damn it.
So, yeah, Charlie Rock.
Yo, let me ask you something. You go to the diner and order raw.
You was waiting over there this whole time to do this right now? Let's do it.
I'm thinking about it. I'm like,
so hold on. I swear to God, I
crazy
never.
shit.
All right, so I was always a well done steak eating nigga.
right. You're not supposed to eat steak well done.
Right. I just.
Right.
You're
But I
not
didn't
supposed
trust.
to eat it raw
I
neither.
didn't trust. Nah, medium well is where I'm at now.
Exactly.
The last time I had a filet mignon, I had it medium well.
Filet mignon?
Filet mignon.
I respect it.
Yeah.
He eats it raw.
Medium well, baby.
No, he eats it raw.
It's like butter, baby. Medium well. Filet mignon was medium well.
He eats it raw, medium.
Filet mignon, yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna use that right there. I like
I'm
that.
saying shit for real.
That's
Be like,
Filet mignon.
you know what I'm saying? Bologna, filet mignon. This is listen. Shit is legit. It's legit.
Okay.
Charlie Rock shooting.
Nah,
You know what I mean?
Listen,
He got the Golden State shit, so he's shooting. Get it? I understand. I see what we doing.
let the record be told I'm a Knicks fan.
Right. All day.
Okay.
Well, that's actually
We
orange.
bleed,
Mike.
we bleed orange and blue.
I
Nigga, you
respect
fuck
it.
is,
I
you
respect
understand? Like, yeah.
Definitely respect it.
See what happens? Knicks tape.
Oh man, shenanigans.
That's what we do.
So yeah, Charlie Rock. What you got popping? What you been working on? I know you got some big things coming.
Grinding. Just did a. Just recently had a K-Swiss placement. On some other things, so you know that's nice. You know, when you start to see the
It's definitely nice.
fruits of your labor. That's
He said
also
K-Swiss
dope, so.
placement.
He's being humble right now.
Yeah,
Super
you know what I
humble.
was
Look,
going
man.
to
Look, man.
You always-
Stay humble, stay out the way, and work. That's all.
How did that situation come together?
Shout out to Justo, man. 1/3 of that usual suspects, me, Justo, Smarts. He actually pulled that plug in and made it happen, man. So it's, you know, between that and having some other plugs in some other places, it worked out well. So good luck, man.
That's dope. That's dope. I used to wear K-Swiss. Niggas used to try to shit on me a little bit. Only the niggas that didn't know no better.
Word.
Oh, you know, those ain't Adidas. No, they not, dick. You know what I'm saying? No, they K-Swiss. What the fuck is you talking about? Like,
So what new tracks have you been working on?
We're on a bunch of stuff, working with a bunch of new artists. I don't know, just reinventing your sound as every producer does, you know what I'm saying? Not getting caught in that same stagnant place, you know. As a producer, as most artists who do things, you kind of get into a mode where you feel like you got your sound and you go to your go-tos all the time. So
So do you feel like you reinvent yourself with the artist or without them?
that's the great part about working with different artists is being able to take direction from what they want their sound to be, and just being able to sit there and create. You know what I'm saying? Sit there on the spot, listen to somebody, and say, I need something that sound like this, and just to be able to start from scratch. You know, it's just a dope feeling.
do you find yourself right now because of niggas being biters having to make the same kind of beat a lot more frequently?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
I mean, most artists, if you come in and you say, yeah, I want something that sounds like for instance, the baby. It's like, all right, well, what does that mean?
Right.
Whatever his single he got out now, I want to sound like, it's like, nah, that's
Good
not
off of you.
Yeah, right.
I don't want to work with
Right.
you. Get out.
We could give
you
you,
get
we could give
those
you
a
an
lot?
8-bar sequence and you take
And you
that.
just take that.
What about you? Right.
So, roughly, how much would an 8-bar sequence cost a nigga right now? Fucking with Charlie Rap.
It depends, man. It depends. We all got bills, right? You know, you definitely get a discounted price when you family, so.
Right.
Know
Oh
that.
yeah, I was about to ask. No, real shit. Like, what do you take into account? What do you consider? You know, when someone approaches you. So, for instance, someone approaches you and like, yo, I hear your stuff. I want to work with you. I have money to do something.
Usually, you know, the conversation never goes like that, right? It's,
No, I
I
hear
want to
you.
work with you, minus the I have money part. Like nobody's
mention that.
right. Nobody's admitting they got money unless you're talking to somebody who's signed or has a budget. Nobody's talking about I got money.
Wow.
Everybody want to hear music,
Right.
but nobody want to pull out a checkbook.
So that it's 9 times out of 10 they want something free.
Right. Look, the days of yo, I can make you hot. You know, we could work for each other. It was just
It's a dub.
nah, man.
I can make you hot, son.
Later for that.
Yeah.
You don't think it's gonna come back?
No.
No.
Why not?
I don't, listen, I have no problem working. Not me personally. So it's 3 of us.
Right.
I have no problem working with. And if I see potential, and I see you grinding, I'll work with you. Here's the deal. I always say this. You don't live at your house, and at the end of the month, you tell your landlord like, "Oh, listen, man, I can make you hot." You know what I'm saying? Like.
You fuck with me, son.
Right. Like
I can make this
building.
property right
Right.
here.
This building
Right,
right,
yo,
here,
listen.
son.
I'm telling you,
I'm
I'ma make the property value go up.
right. I
Yo, this
can make.
building right here, son.
I'm gonna help you sell some other apartments, B. They gonna
telling
see
you,
me,
man.
see what
Just
I'm
let me
doing
live
in
here
here.
for free.
Life don't work that way, man.
Yo, apartment 5C's gonna make you hot, B. Just let me live free right here, son.
Right.
Oh shit.
Yo, that's a dope analogy.
It is. It's
dope.
crazy that people have this mindset like producers don't need to get paid. But I explain to people all the time, like, yo, when you go to work, you work to get paid, right? Okay, then. If I'm spending 8 hours of my day making this track and you heard it and it's like, I want this, I deserve to get paid for my work. You know what I'm saying? So that's,
So,
You know what I think? Oh, not because go ahead.
no, go ahead, yeah.
I think a lot of that shit come from y'all niggas should have never showed niggas y'all got throwaway beats.
I personally don't.
You personally
I don't do like
a lot of
throwaway
producers.
beats.
That's true.
A lot of producers be, oh, now I did that
take
shit
this.
like 8 years
Right.
ago.
Take
Right.
this, yeah.
Like, your throwaway sound like this?
Right.
I mean, but the royalties be coming back though.
So here's my
That's
question.
my
Right.
question.
Right. So here's. I'm glad you brought that up.
So before you answer part B of or incorporated in your answer, is it more beneficial to get the money up front? So here, take 500 for it, or I want 200 in points.
To be
Points is better.
a lot of people don't realize you're supposed to get both. You're supposed to get paid for your beat and get the points because you made it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, think about it this way: music, lyrics is a marriage to make the song. If you can't have one without the other. You know what I'm saying? So, you pay me for my beat because this is what I'm owed. Now, any residual income that comes behind that, also we should also be compensated for as well.
So I bring that up because in an interview, Jermaine Dupri brought up that the dude who produced the beat for OT Genesis,
Right.
he bought the beat from him for $100, and
Right.
that was it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And didn't get paid extra. But see, a lot of this time, this shit like that goes to court. Dudes kind of fight to get their money back. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people don't know. I think perfect example, Nike. The logo was made, I think, for like $1,000. Right? Nike's been using this logo forever. The people that actually created it took them back to court and settled for like, I think like 2%. or something like that.
Are
So
there royalties?
right, and think about this: Nike is global.
$1 billion
You understand?
industry, yeah.
So that
Shout
dude
out
is set.
to Phil Knight. I actually read his book Shoe Dog, and that was actually a good book right there.
And you know what I'm saying? Like they deserve to get paid for that. Like imagine getting $1,000 and see your logo everywhere.
But is that on them though that they should have had their business in order from jump?
Right. So a lot of people don't know that, and there's always ways to get around certain things. Like you got people who's been in the game that knows, like, you know what, like, not for nothing, you hear a lot of mainstream artists, they'll go in, they won't necessarily do it, but they got people they send online to sit there and go through beats all day long off the internet, and they pick up these beats and
rap
and rock out with it. You know, for the majority, most times, most artists will try to get in contact with the producer. Hey, look, we want to work something out. We want this beat. And you got something just like, well, hey.
Well, I mean, there's producers out there too, on the flip side, that put shit out there for free. Like, if you want it, take it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
that kind of fucks it up too.
Right. So you basically giving away free product.
Yeah.
And then what do you expect people to do after they get free product? They going to come back for more free product.
Right.
I just recently producer that I was trying to do some work with, who I'm still going to do some work with, sent me an agreement, and to lease, there was stipulations in there like, listen, you pay for this much, and then after this many streams,
you'll lease it for this streams, or
for this amount of streams.
it could be a certain amount of time for this year.
Right.
You got this
And then-
exclusively.
or you could buy the beat flat out for $2,400.
Right, 24, and it's all yours. You get
Right,
exclusive.
you know what I'm saying?
So-
Like, is it right? And that's for the the stems and all of that.
You know what the thing is though, and I think my brother over here had a valid point in regards to what he's saying, man. It should take time, man, to fucking do a beat from a producer perspective. It takes time for you guys to do that. You know, people don't really look and then what you gotta buy and the plugins and all this shit.
Right.
People don't look at all that. But at the same thing, a lot of these artists don't have the resources or the money to be able to pay $500 to $1,000.
That's it.
But you know what he said was really interesting. I think works well with people. Is the leasing thing. I think producers are able to make the little potato chip money off the leasing shit, and then shop the other shit out to the
Right,
producers and do their thing. And the leasing shit is dope because listen, brother. At the end of the day, if something blows the fuck up, something can be figured out. You look at Bobby Shmurda's shit that he came out with. The first record he came out with was Lloyd Banks' Jackpot beat. That shit was mad old. He just grabbed it off an instrumental DVD and it popped off.
Right.
And look, he got to where he needed to go and the producer got broke off.
And
It's a little beast.
right, so to kind of piggyback off of that as well, and it's kind of back to your question, is so what happens when somebody says to you, yo, listen, I'm gonna give you royalties or we'll split it if it pops? Like, what's the actual chances of your record? And this is no disrespect to anybody who's starting or who's trying. If you tell me, yo, this record's gonna pop, I can make it pop, and I go to your Instagram and you got 400 followers and you made 3 songs, like, what are the chances of this record popping?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So people don't look at it that way. Also, another thing is, listen, whether you want to or not, if I invite you to come listen to beats, I'm usually telling people, yo, come to the studio. Studio lights got to stay on. Con Ed got to get paid. So at the end of the, people don't take all these things into account, but it's part of the business.
It's a business at the
Right,
end of the day.
right. It is a
So,
business.
speaking of the business, you mentioned, excuse me, Usual Suspects. That's your team.
Right.
It's 3 of y'all. So, how does not to get all into the intricate details of y'all business, but just in general, when you have a group of producers,
33 and a third. If you're a real one, 33 and a third. That's how I go. Like most groups, you have somebody who handles the business and then the business aspect of it. And when you start to look at paperwork, those percentages don't add up. It's it's 4 of y'all, but this one's getting 40%. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And the other 3 is splitting the 60%. So that don't, you know what I'm saying, that don't work out. With us, everything is straight split.
so excuse me. So could it be a situation like you, Charlie Rock, you bring in 5 artists to work with y'all,
Right.
and the other 2 only bring in 2 or 1,
33 and a third.
it's still
33 and a third. So everything
As
is
it
split
should
up.
be, man. I
Right, 'cause
respect
you know
that.
what? I could bring in 10 people. They make 10 records. That's fine. He bring in 1 person. His record go global.
I feel
It's
you.
33 and a third.
33 and a third.
But that's the type of commitment you got to have with your people. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I
right.
don't mean to cut you off. That's why I bring that up, because it's you got to see past the individuals for the greater good.
Right.
Bigger
Right.
purpose.
Everybody, since we got together, a lot of people like, yo, you this, I see you. I'm like, it ain't about me.
Right.
You see me here. A lot of those hip hop joints that we post or we be getting placements, Justo knocks out.
Right.
A lot of the business aspects and stuff that goes on behind the scenes, Spons takes care of. So it's a 3-headed monster, and everybody plays a role.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you gotta have people that you trust and believe in. And if you do, then you keep it real from jump. And these are the things that you iron out now. So when you get to where you going, you don't gotta have these conversations
Right.
later on in life. You understand what I'm saying?
When you on tour
right.
in Texas,
And you wondering why your money coming up short.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right? Or why he got his own personal tour bus.
Right.
And I'm staying with this
And
nigga.
we taking Greyhound like this is
You
this is
eating
what it's-
motherfucking Carl's Jr.
right? And he eating filet mignon,
And this nigga sitting here eating lobster.
right?
Or raw turkey
raw
meat.
turkey bacon and hot dog water. You know what I'm saying? And he eating filet mignon.
hot dog water.
You know what I mean?
Nah, that's out of town.
It's out of town. It's like I'm sure you can find one in like Maryland or Virginia.
PA and some shit.
I'm gonna
Basically the same shit.
say something that only Legacy might understand. There's a Golden Corral opening up in New York City. He laughing because he know what I'm talking. He know what I'm talking. Hold up. He know what I'm
They
talking
opening
about.
a Golden Corral.
I'm
in
telling
New
you,
York?
Golden Corral coming to the city, but we're not promoting where it's gonna be at because I want to go there, sit down and eat before it get crazy.
Nah, you gotta tell me this whole thing.
Right.
So
tell you
first
off
of
air.
My
all,
guy.
don't think for 2 seconds that nigga, you just said
Y'all
if
can-
you know.
Yeah, right. We
And
gonna do this.
he know?
We gonna do this
Son,
off
like,
air. We not gonna
That's
put.
like they opened the Applebee's on Jamaica Avenue.
That's Applebee's though. How many
It
Golden
don't
Corrals
matter.
you know?
Dog, and the point I'm trying to make is
Right.
once word get out,
It's in production.
it's like
This
the
is-
Popeyes
right.
chicken sandwich.
This is
Once
why-
word get out.
This is why I'm not putting
Do
out
you know
that
it's in
information.
production right
Do
now.
you
Right.
know that
can't
Golden
wait.
Corral stock about to drop once that shit hit New York?
Nah, that's a fact.
They gonna violate that shit.
It's a fact.
And that's why you say you want to sit there and eat.
I
before
want
it
it
get crazy.
right.
We're gonna put it out there after the fact.
Right. Once it's open and I've been there, I don't like.
Nah,
listen,
but they
go to
still
Corral.
gonna be
Good
making
over-
bread though.
Yeah, 'cause it's
No,
not-
yeah,
it's
they
right.
gonna be
They
making
gonna
bread.
make bread, but that's gonna be the most hood Golden Corral
It sure is.
ever, nigga.
And it's in my borough, so that's
Nigga, this
what's
is what
gonna
I'm
make
saying.
it
I
better.
knew why you was
They
keeping
serving
it in
that
the
water.
tunnel.
That water Diz was
That-
talking
yeah,
about.
that-
They serving that.
That's
at
what they
the
gonna be
spot.
cleaning the dishes and shit with.
We're gonna have hot
Shit gonna
dog
be
water on the
different.
rocks and raw turkey bacon.
I'm not gonna let this.
It's
and
gonna
you know
be a
what's
dead
crazy?
section.
Not for nothing. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm coming in here next week with some turkey bacon.
And you gonna eat it
on
raw.
camera. It's fully cooked.
I'm gonna hold you to that shit.
I'm gonna bring
Like-
some ground beef raw. He gonna eat it too.
and that shit gonna go home with him.
He gonna put ketchup.
That shit gonna go home with him the same way he bought it. Here,
He gonna
baby.
put ketchup and soy sauce on it.
disrespect. I don't even understand what it
Making a
disrespect.
tartar and shit.
Wow.
The disrespect.
Alright.
The disrespect
Tartar.
came out of nowhere.
I'm just saying.
Yo, shout out to all my people out here eating that fully cooked turkey bacon, man, before they
That's-
fucking heat it up,
that's-
man.
Y'all
You know
niggas
what
on
that
y'all
sounds,
own
man.
on that.
That's love.
The salmonella
You don't
niggas.
even be knowing.
Anyway,
niggas don't be knowing.
back to my man Charlie Rock.
That nigga said hot dog water on the rocks, though.
That's how
That's
you
rough.
do it
You said you eat the Vienna sausage raw and then drink the shit out.
as a chaser.
Hey,
As
what
a
the
chaser.
fuck?
With
you-
the
pinky up.
Chaser.
That's crazy. So I don't even
With
drink
a
that.
hint-
Nasty
with a-
gelatin water.
I don't
with a-
even drink.
with
So
a-
first of all,
with a hint
it's
of
not
lime.
gelatin water in the chicken sausage. I don't eat the other one. You eat the
pork.
blue.
I don't eat it.
Yeah, you eat the blue joints.
The blue joints. You eat all that, nigga.
I don't eat
Yeah.
pork, though. Like, why you doing this right now?
He eats raw beef, but he
Raw
won't eat raw
Who the
pork.
fuck said I ate raw beef?
Yo,
Raw turkey
that's
bacon.
what happens.
Today's my day. It's all right,
hear
y'all.
that.
Today's my day. Legacy gets it all the time. Today's my day. I'm gonna wear it.
Yo,
Charlie Rock, man, how you doing, bro?
Yo, my
So
guy,
how much
it's
is
all
that
love,
tag though, man? if somebody want to work with you,
I work with people. Look, obviously, I've always said this. Anybody that's up and coming and you trying to make a name for yourself, or you know what I'm saying, like we not hitting nobody in the head with no prices. But if you got a budget and it's in the budget, let's make it work.
It's in the budget, nigga. You know what I'm
It's in the
saying?
budget, let's make it work. I will
break
say
the
this.
leg.
People don't understand there's a barter system as well.
Mm.
If you bring something to the table that I can use or leverage, then we can work something out. You understand? Like I tell most people, this is how I differentiate people who want to work. If you telling me you are up and coming, you got no money, and you serious about your music, and I say, yo, look, let's say I tell them, yo, come up with $200, $300 for this beat. If you not saying, yo, you know what, give me a week or two, I'm gonna get that for you.
Right.
This is how I gauge how serious you are about your music.
Right.
If you on a gram flexing, I'm putting this out there. If you on a gram flexing and you posting all these hundreds and it's time to pay for a beat and you explaining to me you ain't got it because it's that time of the month, I can't understand that.
Right.
If you smoke every day, I don't smoke, I don't drink. So if you doing that and you can spend $20 a day on bud, and I'm telling you, get this money up for the music that you want to produce, I can't understand that.
Right. Sacrifice for 2 weeks and then get that beat.
Right.
And then
Get
get
what
the
you
bud
need.
after, nigga. That's
Get what
real
you
talking
need.
facts right there.
does the financial aspect of it weed out those you feel like is not ready or they got the talent but just don't have the money, so I just can't work with them?
Yes and no. I think a lot of it goes hand in hand. Like, talent don't mean nothing if you ain't working. It's also a business. Like, no matter how much talent you have, there's a business behind it. You know, there's 1,000 singers who sound better than Beyonce, but her business is in order. You understand? And that's the difference. So I don't think one plays a part without having the other. That makes sense.
There's a nigga better than Jordan that's locked up
Right.
upstate right now.
Right.
son.
It's all about opportunity and who seizes the moment. So at the end of the day, it's not all about the money, but that shows me where your head is at as an artist. So if you're not willing to sacrifice and say, you know what, I'm not going to get these kicks this month, I'm going to do this, that shows me that it ain't worth taking my time to work with you with. You dig what I'm saying?
True. Last question.
For you, nigga.
Yeah, exactly. This guy. For new,
No, man, my
for
bad,
new,
man. I'm sorry, man.
for somebody who wants to be a producer, right? Who wants to start out. What would you say is what's the most cost effective and best piece of equipment to start off with?
I think you asked me this question before. You know what's crazy? I've seen dudes produce music on a phone. If you serious about your passion, you'll find a way to do it.
Right.
So with technology and everything that they have out now, like you can get GarageBand for free if you buy a Mac. You know, there's all sorts of programs. Find out what works for you. There's something in your budget that you can get to make it work.
What you think is the best tool out there right now?
As far as
Making the beats.
depends on what you do. If you a beat maker, it's probably a beat machine. I'm a fan of the MP Touch, but for me, like I like getting on them keys and going to work. So all it depends on what your style is.
Do you think the digital sound of it, as far as the digital sound of it has taken off?
Right.
Do you feel like the old school sound of it will come back?
Yeah, I don't think it left. I just think like music happens in cycles. Like if you notice, like right now we're kind of like, I mean, trap is dope, but trap is, I feel, is coming towards an end. It's still a sound. It's still gonna always be prominent in hip hop. But like you see, Afrobeat is starting to come, like Afrobeat, and that sound is starting to become more prevalent and relevant now. So it comes in waves. Due to the conversation like you was having earlier with Nino, y'all was talking about being of a certain age and could you be relevant? It's all in perspective because at the end of the day, like you said, there's no one way something works. So this is what I'm saying. Like I can do something that works for me, but may not necessarily work for you. But it's about finding your niche and finding that sound. You know what I'm saying? Like, if J. Cole came out sounding like 2 Chainz, you wouldn't respect him. You know what I'm saying? Because that wouldn't be his sound. But the fact that he has his own sound is what makes him different. So it just depends on, you know what I'm saying, what works for you.
What's the best and the worst deal you've ever done?
The best and the worst deal I've ever done? Oh, wow, that's tough. I've done some very bad deals. I've done some very good deals. You know what I'm saying? Like,
He gave Ray some fire music.
you know what's crazy?
On the arm.
Ray is usually the one, like, depending on
bad deal.
right. No, but them like listen, you get street dudes that rap that's like, yo, let me get like 10 beats. How much are they? Yo, give me like 300 a piece. Yeah, here you go. And it's just like, oh, okay, well shit. Whenever you ready to rap again, let me know.
No. But see, that's not the Ray I'm talking about. I'm talking about the other nigga.
Right.
It's like, that nigga got some heat. Gave you some straight doodle.
I will say this, and this is a general rule that you, like, if you're not a producer, you may not know. Don't ever send, anytime somebody, if you let anybody use your beat, don't ever send them no files until they pay you. Let's just put it that way. That's one of the number one rules as a producer.
You just learned something right
So
there,
look,
ladies and
and I'm
gentlemen.
gonna raise my hand. It's a nigga out there. I'm gonna fuck you over. For you sent me the music. I'm gonna use your shit. I'm gonna make a banger, and I'm gonna put it out for free. I'm not giving you nothing. He know who I'm talking to. Nah, cause son came at me crazy.
Oh,
Yeah, shout out to you, fuck boy. I'm gonna violate your whole shit.
and he eating turkey bacon,
Right.
raw.
And I'm gonna do that as I'm recording the joint. And this shit gonna be fire. I want to drop his name, but I'm not gonna give it to him.
Don't give him that.
what
Don't
I'm
give him
saying?
that
But
light.
He know,
Don't do
like,
it.
cause the nigga came at me so crazy.
But but for that exact reason, this is why, like, whenever you send somebody something, I send somebody a snippet of something or a beat, and I know when I send it to them, if they like it, it's not much you could do with it unless you get it. And I'm not sending you nothing that's fully mixed,
Right.
And I'm not sending you no stems,
Right.
So if you hear it and you like it, you gotta come back to me.
Gotta come
and
through.
Go, yo, I
Right.
need this because I need to do this. All right, yeah, all right. Well, this is what it costs.
Yeah. And normally I'm not like this. I'm not. I like to do business on but son came at me crazy. I'm gonna show you the shit after we get off, man. The nigga was wailing on me.
Shout out to whoever you are. You just gave away a free beat.
Me and all kinds
Salute.
of word, dog. I watched you get ran out the studio. You been pussy. So we doing?
So Charlie Wright, what keeps you going? What keeps you motivated?
Nigga say it's Charlie Rock.
Music to me is life. I think to anybody who produces or who's in it, like, you find music in everything. The simple being on the train, the rocking of the train. You find rhythm and everything. You know what I'm saying? And I think music keeps me sane, and it keeps me out of a lot of shit. I'd have punched a lot of niggas in the face if I wasn't doing music, B. Keep it a buck. So
Yeah.
So when he hasn't produced a beat for a couple weeks, don't
Watch out.
approach him.
Knocking
He may get
somebody out.
duffed in your
So
face.
hold on, not for nothing though. And I'm not gonna put Charlie Rock's business out there, but I think he'll be okay.
not punching niggas in the
If he
face.
don't do no beats in a little while, his situation is of such that I think he'll be all right. You know what I mean? You know?
And on that note, we about to get up out of here. Charlie Rock, let the peoples know where they can follow you, hear your music, if they want to get down with your production team and all that.
Usual suspects, just look for the tag. Me personally, Charlie Rock TID on Instagram, on Twitter, same thing. The team, the Usual Suspects Production on Instagram, Twitter, what have you. My partners at Justo Beats with a Z at the end of it, Smarts World with a Z as well on all social media platforms.
Thank you, brother, for coming through tonight.
Always love,
Appreciate you.
baby. Always.
Shouts to the man Nino Valdes
Yes, sir.
for chopping it up with us. This is how it goes down on DaCypha every week. You need to pay attention, put your shoes on.
Pull your shoes up.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a Jets fan, so I'm going to say with all due respect, Fuck the Dolphins.
0-16 this year,
You
bro.
got them niggas coach.
I give them boys 1.
0-16.
Give them 1.
Got they coach.
Go get 1.
I'm saying though, it's all to the good, but shouts to the Jets. But make sure to check the archives on madeforkings.com.
Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Shameless plug. Check my new show that's coming out, The Conversation. It's gonna be some craziness. But this how we does it on DaCypha.
That shit gonna be mild.
Madeforkings.com. I'm sidestepping his energy right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm like Neo in the Matrix, son.
Oh man.
But yeah, it's your man Legacy Star, aka Old Handsome, aka Starsky Love.
AKA Sly Sleaze.
Yeah, son.
Your favorite social media tough guy fame chaser. This the icon.
AKA.
This the icon.
It's your boy Abu, the exceptional one, man. Charlie Rock, we want to thank you for coming in again.
Oh, man, you know that.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Mr. 13.
Behind the boards, Nino
My guy.
Valdes.
Yeah.
Peace
305.
and love.
You are now watching DaCypha Show on Made for Kings TV.